Warwick local Will Thornton is in Brisbane studying at Griffith University's film school to turn his dream of a career in the movie industry into a reality. But he's able to do that because Will's grandfather is a veteran of the Vietnam War. Let me explain that. Will is 18. He graduated from high school last year in Warwick, and he's able to do what he's doing now. He's able to study at university, partly thanks to being awarded what is known as a Long Tan Bursary. The Long Tan Bursary helps eligible children and grandchildren of Vietnam veterans to pay for their tertiary education as a way of honouring the service and the sacrifice of their families. Let's find out a little bit more about the bursary and a little bit more about Will's story. He joins me now. Will, good morning. Lovely to have a yarn with you.
G'day. Yeah, it's good.
Will, can I start off by asking about your grandfather and the role that he's played in your life?
Oh, well, yeah. He's been an amazing role model for me. He fought in the Vietnam War, so he's a Vietnam veteran, and he's always been there. You know, he's great with stories, great with passing down knowledge. So really enjoyed his company.
Has he always told you about his experiences over in the war?
Yeah, well, he doesn't really talk about it that much. And I suppose we kind of just don't ask that many questions. But, I mean, he tells us some funny stories every now and then. But, yeah, nothing serious.
But he, like many who have come back from different conflicts over time, including Vietnam, your grandfather, I believe, is suffering to an extent from PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah.
Tell me about the film that you made along those lines. What was the motivation for you to do that?
Well, I just came up with this idea one day. It was playing on kind of flashbacks. I wanted to try and make a movie on, just the idea of flashbacks. And yeah, I kind of just used that disorder, the PTSD, to kind of incorporate that technique. And yeah, that kind of just sparked the whole idea of trying to bring awareness to people that do suffer from PTSD and try and get people to realize that it's really common in veterans.
So it was less of a documentary and more of a fictional story, but based on that scenario of someone who gets triggered, whose memories get triggered by certain everyday events, and they take them right back into it.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me about the Long Tan Bursary. How did you become aware of that?
It was actually my auntie told my mum about it because my mum's studying as well, and I think she found out last year, and my mum tried to apply for it, but she couldn't get it because she wasn't full-time. She wasn't studying full-time. So, right. Yeah, I just had a crack at it this year, and I was so thankful that I got it.
And what does it offer you?
Well, yeah, it gives me some money, so it takes a lot of that stress off of, buying books and just like your initial fees for uni, and it'll definitely go towards my fees at the end of my course. So I have to worry for the rest of my life of paying off my course, my HECS debt.
What got you interested in filmmaking, Will?
Well, me and my brothers have always been making, like home videos and making our own little play around, muck around films. And I don't know, in probably about year 11, year 10, I kind of just started to get really interested in it, and I really loved making movies and presenting them to people, and I just loved just showing my films to everyone. And then it kind of just, developed from there, and I got better and more interested in how films were made and the process and how they were made, sort of thing.
And mainly sort of drama or documentary. What sorts of films did you and your brother make when you first started out? Mainly
action. We really love that sort of, spy, sort of, James Bond sort of style movies. They definitely weren't Hollywood level, but yeah, when we were kids, we just used like toy guns and add small effects in there here and there. But as I've got a lot more knowledgeable, and with my newer films I try to make them as realistic as possible.
And I guess your knowledge of filmmaking techniques and how to do it and how to shoot it and even editing it, which is obviously a major thing, they've sort of grown as you've gone along, have they?
Yes, lots of hours of watching YouTube.
Yeah, that's really interesting because I was going to ask who has taught you, I mean, up until now, and now you're enrolled in the filmmaking course you wanted to do at Griffith University in Brisbane, but up until then, did you get any formal instruction or did you learn much through media studies or something at school, or was there just a lot of YouTube? Because it's amazing the wealth of information you can get from other filmmakers on YouTube, and it's all free.
Yeah, well, I learnt a lot of my techniques and effects and that sort of stuff from YouTube, just like watching videos. But I would try and watch sort of the writing side of things and the really technical storyline sort of things videos, but I just couldn't get the interest. So my high school film teacher, he was a really big help with that. He taught me, how to make a really good storyline, how to engage your audience, that sort of thing. I was very limited in what I thought filmmaking was, and then, he definitely opened my eyes to different sort of areas. And then when I moved to Brisbane to do uni, there's so much information I've gotten in the past 6 months, so it's pretty amazing.
So it's opened your eyes to even more than you thought this career could involve?
Yeah, definitely. I knew there was heaps of different roles, but I was like, I just want to be a director. I just want to make movies, sort of thing. But there's just so many different roles in filmmaking that I probably wouldn't mind having a go at.
And how long is the course?
3 years.
Right, okay. And then what happens then? What are your ambitions to start with when you first get out of film school? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do?
I'm not too sure. We did have a a past student come in and have a talk to us at the start of the semester, and she said she's just been doing working on films here and there, but not big roles, but just working in the background, trying to work her way up. And I think that's the sort of approach I'll take, and maybe I might get a job in maybe advertising or something, just as a part-time job to fill in those gaps when I don't have a movie to film.
And what does your grandfather think of the fact that you're now chasing your dreams of being a filmmaker? You're studying film at university. What's his reaction been to that?
Yeah, he's really proud. He's been very supportive with me moving to Brisbane. He's helped me move a lot of my furniture in. He's fixed a lot of my stuff. A lot of my furniture wasn't in the tip-top condition when I got there, but he helped me fix all that, and he's been pretty supportive.
Well, Will, it's a name we're going to watch out for in the future, but a pleasure having a chat to you. Congratulations on winning that bursary, and I wish you the best of luck with your studies and all that comes after that. But great to have a chat to you this morning. Yeah,
thank you so much, David.
Yeah, it's Will Thornton. Yeah, fantastic initiative, I think, the Long Tan Bursary, and really a wonderful and tangible and meaningful way to honour the service and sacrifice of Vietnam veterans and their families. What a great idea. And best of luck to Will as he forges a career in the film and television industry. 9:17.